Hello, my narc-free family. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. This morning I posted a video about divorcing a narcissist with children and what you could expect. And in that video, I encourage you to go and look at it. I will leave a link above this video right now where you can go and check out that video. And in that video at the very end, I told a little quick personal story about this teddy bear that was being used with the covert narc to further abuse me, okay? But I didn't go into real detail about it, and so I kind of wanted to make not necessarily a part two, but explain that part of it so that those of you who are trying to see when you divorce a narcissist what the emotional abuse is going to look like with your kids and how they're still going to be trying to antagonize you and what that looks like. So back when the narcissist and I were first dating, and it was Valentine's Day, he went to Build-A-Bear and got this bear made for me, okay? And you can look at this bear and tell that it's got a little wear and tear and age. You can look at the tag and see, you know, how old the tag is, okay? And I was having trouble sleeping at the time, so this bear's name is Sleepy Bear. That's what he named the bear, okay? Well, in the other video, I did mention that when I went to get all my things out of the home during the divorce process, after he'd already moved out, he didn't leave not one toy, and I mean not one single, not anything that looked like a Lego block did he leave behind for me, for the kids. He took everything except he left a big black trash bag with books and told them they didn't need any books. So that was all I had was books, okay? So anyways, I mentioned in that video that a couple of months later, he sends this bear, Sleepy Bear, home with my child and tells her that, you know, she needs to take it everywhere she goes. He tells her that it's her bear, okay? Well, I don't think too much about it at the time because, you know, I'm a busy mom and I'm just not thinking that much about it. And a couple of weeks later, I decide, hey, let's send this back over there because I just don't want it in my home because it has something to do with, you know, he and I just didn't want it in my home. Still wasn't thinking about it too much. So I send it with her. When I get ready to send it with her, that's when she explains to me, no, mommy, you know, daddy told me to take this everywhere with me, okay? So now this is when I know that this is manipulative. I said, no, just take it on back to your dad's, okay? She takes it over there, and then what? She comes back with the bear again. I said, I told you this bear goes, you know, stays at your dad's. No, but I'm supposed to take it everywhere I go. I said, take it back over to your dad's. Keep it over there. You know, don't bring it here. She takes it back. What? The bear comes back again. So at this point, I realize and come to the the drastic realization that this bear is going to continue coming back and forth. You know, here he goes with his games, all right? So I know that at this point, I need to keep the bear so that it doesn't keep coming back and forth, which I do. I put the bear up. My daughter was now trying to find the bear. She did find it. At one point, it was in my trunk, and she tried to put it in her book bag and take it back to her dad. So anyways, let's fast forward. So when school gets out, because I'm going to show you some things that she's drawing, you know, they send home papers from school in. As you can see in this picture, that's her dad, her little brother, and that's her. And what does she have in her hand? This bear, okay? So now he's really trying to pump this in her head about this bear, making this big deal about it. And then you have another picture with the bear, and she writes him a note inside of here and says she hopes that her bear is doing fine. And he would bring up the bear on phone conversations too and say, oh yeah, I'm tickling Sleepy and I'm feeding him yogurt and he's doing just fine and yada yada yada, okay? And then there's this is when it becomes a real problem. She did this at school in her little school journal, and it says, I am sad. My mom is taking away my bear. So on here, you can see that's her, and she's crying. That's her bear, and she's put an X in it. So now I have become the bad guy for keeping the bear, okay? Which is what he intended, because he knew if he kept doing that, I was going to take it away. All right? So what he does is, he doesn't stop there, because you know, or those, some of you don't know, but narcissists don't just stop at that. They have to keep going. So I have the bear, and next thing you know, one time I'm talking to my daughter on the phone. He doesn't allow her to FaceTime me when he's at her place. And so since the divorce has been final, I haven't been able to FaceTime them, which is ridiculous, because, you know, that doesn't make too much sense. You should want your children to see the other parent, and I wouldn't mind if he FaceTimed them when they're with me. They're with me most of the time, but that's not what we do, because they're not going to, you know, go along to get along. So she FaceTimes me one day, and it's because, guess what? He's been to Build-A-Bear, and he's built another bear that looks just like this bear. And guess what the name of that bear is? Come on, y'all. Get it down in the comments. What do you think the name of this bear is? My child, who comes up with the most beautiful names. She's very creative. She's very artistic. She loves to draw, and she comes up with names like just off the top of her head, things that are beautiful that I'd never heard of. But guess what the name of this bear is? Sleepy 2. So who do you think came up with the name of the bear? Most likely he had her to FaceTime me, because he did not ever want them FaceTime me. And she knows how to use FaceTime, so she could have done it at any time. But in 2 years, she's never done it. But she does it when she gets this bear. And no other time has she done it again. So I said all that to say, when the divorce is final, they don't stop coming for you through your children. They don't stop trying to traumatize them or manipulate them to get to you, okay? He's not going to leave any of this alone. He's going to carry on with it. Obviously, she's hurt by it, and she's not hurt by him. She's hurt by me, and I'm trying to protect myself. Now, y'all are probably trying to figure out why I still have this thing right here. Because I believe in protecting your peace, and I try to keep all things associated with this stuff. I keep it all in one place in a cabinet with the door closed, so it doesn't mess with my energy, okay? But the reason why I'm holding on to this is because whenever we go to court, and we will go back to court, I will absolutely come with the birth certificate for this bear, okay? So if any of this ever is part of the court hearing, I don't want to have, because you just don't even know. I've thought about burning it on the grill, burying it. I didn't want to throw it in the trash, because I didn't want some kid to find it and get it. I didn't want to give it to Goodwill, because, you know, I believe there's, you know, narcissists are, they are evil, and I don't want it going to some other home and then it, you know, disrupting the energy in their home, okay? But I'm holding on to it for court purposes, so I just kind of put it in that cabinet and close the door. When I close the door, it's sealed up. There is no more of it. You guys are probably wondering why I make my videos in the car. That is why. I will not allow the narcissist to steal my peace and steal my joy in my home. When I get done making this video, baby, when I tell you I am going to open this sunroof and put these windows down, I'm going to turn this music up loud, I'm going to drive down the road, and all of this is going to go away, all right? Like it never happened. So I hope that some of you all will be encouraged that, you know, I'm not tore up about this. You have to be smart when you're dealing with a narcissist. If I would have just quickly got rid of the bear and burn it up like I wanted to, because that's exactly what I had planned to do, a little bonfire with this little bear in my grill. But I might actually need it at some point to show exactly what it is he's doing. You know, these kinds of things are very messy and very petty, but this is how the narcissist is, and it affects my child. But I want to leave you all with this. I always speak over my children. Great is the peace of my children. Great is their peace. And that word peace means wholeness. Great is the peace of my children. And I believe that. So no matter what he tries to do, great is the peace of my children. I don't believe that his bad stuff outweighs the fact that they have a healthy parent and that they have good stuff going on. You have to believe that you being the healthy parent in their life is going to minimize the damage that's done. You can't be living every waking moment worried about, you know, when they're with the narcissist, is he doing this or is he doing that? Because the courts haven't caught up with. If the courts caught up with the kind of sick things they do, like I said in the other video, you know, whispering in their ear while they're asleep that you don't love them, playing all kinds of mind games with the calls. It could go on, but I don't want to get a setback telling you about the numerous things that have happened, maybe one day, but not today. This is the only example I'm going to give you today. But you guys have to believe that the light in you and the goodness in you is going to outweigh the darkness in them. These children are smart. They're resilient. They know. My children know that he lies to them. They know. They say it to me. I don't ask them. This is what they say. Children are resilient. They are doing it to tear you to pieces, to try to inflict pain on you. That bear has nothing to do with my daughter. She don't care nothing about. Look how plain this bear is. These little young kids with a little brown bear, she don't care nothing about this bear. You know, if she was at the store picking out a bear, it wouldn't be this one. It would be some kind of little pony, something with rainbows and, you know, cotton candy looking colors all over the place. Not this, okay? That's all orchestrated by him to try to get at me. I am unbothered. I will, though, sound an alarm on all the foolishness until the courts can catch up with the kind of evil things they're doing and how they are disrupting their children and trying to still disrupt the peace of their victim even long after the divorce is over. Okay, so I wish you all well, and see you next time. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I do encourage you to look at the video on divorcing a narcissist with children. I did give tips in there and what you can expect so that you are not devastated or really surprised by the things that the narcissist will do, because they are treacherous, especially if you have children with them. Okay, have a beautiful day. Bye bye, my narc free family. Mwah.